PA. I want to send an ad hoc email out of Salesforce Marketing Cloud to a data extension audience using Journey Builder. What is the simplest method to do so? Thanks! That's an excellent question. First, we'll learn what is a Journey Builder single send and when should we use it. Second, we'll go through data extensions as the entry source for Journey Builder single send since it's the only compatible entry source for these journeys. Third, we'll learn about additional features and functionalities that support single sends out of Journey Builder, like Einstein Help.
In this video, we're going to be reviewing how to deploy a single email out of Journey Builder as a Journey Builder single send. So in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, there are a few different ways that we can deploy a one-off email. We can deploy an email as a user-initiated send or UIS out of Automation Studio. We also can deploy emails directly out of Email Studio using the send flow functionality. In this video, however, we're going over the Journey Builder single send, which allows us to send a single message to a single audience. So the first thing I'm going to do is navigate to Journey Builder in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, and then I'm going to want to click Create New Journey in the upper right-hand corner. From here, you'll see I have a couple of different options, but I'm going to want to select Single Send Journey, and I do have the ability to deploy a single send as an SMS or push. In this case, we're going to be looking at how to deploy a single send email, and I'm going to click Create. And before I dive into my Journey Builder single send configuration, I do just want to call attention to this little Einstein blurb here at the bottom. So while you don't have the ability to configure flow controls in your single send, something that you do have access to are Einstein engagement frequency and Einstein send time optimization. Einstein send time optimization is a feature that I specifically think is really great in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So this may be something that you do want to add into your journey. So this, as a reminder, is a feature that allows you to deploy your emails at the specific time that Marketing Cloud has determined is the best time to deploy that specific communication to each subscriber based on their past engagement with Marketing Cloud emails. So once I've gotten started, I will give my journey a name and I will configure my starting source. So within Journey Builder single send, you're really only going to have the ability to deploy via a data extension. So unlike the Journey Builder multi-touch, you don't have the ability to deploy via API entry source or Salesforce data. You're really looking to data extensions to deploy your email. So I would click into this window and I would select my data extension by navigating to the folder where it is located. So I will select my data extension. I do want to note that you do have the ability to filter contacts. So while you don't have the ability to use other entry sources, you do have the ability to filter. So if I wanted to select a specific segment off of a master data extension, for example, if I wanted everyone off my master data extension who has a value of true for my newsletter subscription, I do have the ability to come in here and navigate to that data extension data and select the field that I want to look to and determine criteria for that filter. Once I have my data extension selected, I will click Done and I can configure the rest of my deployment. So Einstein send time optimization, if I did want to configure this and use this in my single send, I would click into this step and say I want to deploy within a 4-hour time frame or a custom time frame. You can make this as narrow of a window as 2 hours. I would define it in this window and click Done. And then finally, you are going to click this email icon and select the message that you want to deploy. This window populates. That will take you to a message selection walkthrough, and here you'll see your content builder structure. So you'll navigate to the specific email that you want to deploy. And in this case, I'm going to select this template-based email as my demo email, and we're going to click Summary. As we scroll down, there's some additional configuration options that you'll see here. So here we have send classification. Currently that's set to our default commercial, and our subject line is pulled in right here. You can click show more to see some more details. And if I did want to edit this information, I could click in and say, I actually want to send this to my digital additive sender profile. And when I make changes in this window, I do just want to note this is only going to edit the email locally. So currently you'll see I have approvals enabled, but if I did not, I would be able to click in and I could edit this subject line to say, congrats, your monthly newsletter has arrived. And again, this would only edit email creative locally. This would not update the creative and content builder. It would just update the subject line for this specific deployment. Moving down, you'll see we have some delivery options. So this is where we have the ability to define a specific list that we wanted to exclude, or if we wanted to exclude a specific domain or use any kind of exclusion script, we would have the ability to define that here. We also have the ability to assign a campaign association in this window. So if I had a campaign defined that I wanted to associate with this deployment, I would click in here and select that campaign. In this case, I don't have any campaigns configured, so I am not going to be assigning a campaign to this communication. So I will return to my summary. Finally, there are some advanced options. So if I want to take a look at those, you'll see that there are message priority settings, so I could set this to low, medium, or high. And you'll see there are a couple of other advanced settings down here, such as add a keyword or disable API calls after error threshold reach. I really don't recommend tampering with these advanced options unless you have a specific reason or use case that warrants doing so. So once I'm done configuring my email settings, I will click done. And I will determine a schedule. So when you click into this schedule widget, you have the ability to deploy this email on activation. So as soon as I hit save and send, this email would immediately go out. Or you have the ability to send this email at a specific date and time. So you would define that specific date and time in this window and click done, at which point you would want to take a quick look at your journey settings and make sure that these were good to go. And you have some data settings that you can see in this data tab over here. When you are ready to deploy, you'll save and validate if you want Journey Builder to do an additional check just to make sure that everything looks good with your deployment before you hit go. And then you would hit schedule to deploy your single send. So hopefully this is helpful as you are configuring your single send to deploy out of Journey Builder.
Let's look into all the takeaways from this quick tutorial. We learned how to configure your message for a single send journey. We learned about the delivery options and about advanced options for the send. We also looked into using Einstein help to increase message engagement. Einstein gives you two functionalities in single send journeys: Einstein engagement frequency and send time optimization. Thanks for joining. For more quick tips, like our channel below.